it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it's just a video coming on here and addressing all the feedback, all the questions, everything I got from my Why You Should Do Crochet Braids All 2019 video. Now, I got so much love on that video and I want to thank you guys out there so much for your support. Y'all came through on that, but I got a lot of feedback, a lot of questions, a lot of concerns in that video that I wanted to address on here. So I'm just going to go through 5 major questions I got from you guys, or major complaints that I got from you guys in that video. So one thing I would say is that wasn't really like a challenge video. Now, a lot of you guys came to me on Instagram, DM me, and was like, girl, I'm on board with the challenge, I'm on board with the plan, I am doing it all 2019. And I was like, thank you, but it wasn't really like necessarily like a challenge. I was just saying why I encourage you, because I just wanted to be you giving your hair a break in 2019. It wasn't to specifically say crochet braids, even though it does clearly say crochet braids in the title, but it is to give your hair a break from the straightening, from the constant sew-ins, the quick weaves, the wigs, all that stuff. I want you to kind of diversify your protective styles, and that's what that video was mainly about. Like, I know it said crochet braids, but even me myself, you guys know I take 2 weeks in between my crochet styles, and I do really stress to you guys to take breaks. It should not be a repetitive take it out, put it in, take it out, put it in. Now, I admit, in my early days, that first year, because I was so quick on wanting to produce content, because I thought, okay, I take breaks, that means I don't have content to produce, so I gotta keep putting crochet braids in. For me, yes, I was doing it literally the next day. I would put in some crochet braids, but not anymore. Now I've gotten to train myself to say, okay, you gotta give your hair a break. You gotta give your hair a little bit of a breather and let it flow. So I do my protective styles, whether it be a twist out, sometimes I do my wigs. It just depends on the week. So I typically do a wig week, do a twist out week, go back to crochet braids. So it's not a constant crochet braids, crochet braids, crochet braids. Again, take a little bit of break in between it. So wear it for about 4, 5 weeks, 3 weeks, however long you typically wear your crochet braids. Sometimes your stylist tells you how long they recommend, and if you want to go with your stylist, go with them. But me, I typically don't wear it longer than 6 weeks. The next thing, I got a lot of feedback in that video about why not wigs, why not go with wigs, half wigs, lace wigs, full wigs, why crochet braids, because they're still in that protective style family. And for me, I suggest crochet braids, one, because I think they're very great for people with active lifestyles. I mean, my lifestyle isn't as active as it should be, but I know a lot of you guys out there work out. A lot of you guys do stuff where you gotta be, you know, on the treadmill, you gotta be running, you gotta do things. And I think wigs do work. I know plenty of people who wear wigs to the gym, but for me, your hair breathes a lot more, so your scalp is getting the ability, because I mean, of course, my scalp is right here, whereas opposed to if I had a, you know, wig on, it might not have the most ventilation. There are some well ventilated wigs, but there are some that are very much so closed, so your hair is pretty much dying up under that wig if you're working out, whereas with crochet braids, your hair has a little bit more wiggle room to breathe. I think it's also well for people on vacation. I think it's on you. Like, you don't have to take it off and put it back on, take it off and put it back on. You're just with it all the time, unless you do a crochet wig, of course. Quite honestly, for me, my wig weeks are my worst weeks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I prefer my twist out weeks over my wig weeks because my morning routine is a little bit different. Of course, in the crochet weeks, like right now, all I do is wake up and I pretty much unravel my twist and I go out the door. However, with my wig weeks, I have to wake up in the morning, put the wig on, kind of adjust it how I wanted to go. Recently, I've been wearing my wig grip, so I put my wig grip on first, put this on, blend my edges. It's a little bit longer of a routine than it is with my crochet hair, which I go to sleep with and then I wake up with, especially coming off of the Free Trust Bohemian braid, which was simple. Going to wigs that next week, oh child, the routine, it was tough. So again, that's why it's not wigs for me. Like, of course I wear wigs, but it's not my overall everyday type of a thing, just because the way my life is set up. So I got one comment and it was specifically, so it's a no for natural hair, but it's a yes for fake hair. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That was exactly the comment. And for me, it's not a no for natural hair. I mean, I love my natural hair. You guys know I do my twist outs and all that. It's a no for time consuming for me. Again, going back to the timing thing, I do a lot. A wash and go ain't a wash and go. Like, if I could just easily always have my natural hair out, then of course I would do that. If it was just a as simple as washing my hair, walking out the door, then yes, that would be the go-to move. But again, it's not that simple. My twist out videos, if you see it, it's still an overnight process. It's still pretty much a lot going on in terms of getting that hair to be the overall style that you see at the end of the day. So I'm not anti my natural hair at all, and I don't want people to think I'm covering up my hair because I'm ashamed of my natural hair. I embrace it fully, but for me, this is just a way of protecting my natural hair. Love it to death, but I'm protecting it. I'm not braiding super tight. If you saw my install of this hair, which is the Malaysian curl, you guys know that I don't braid super tight. I am all for protecting my natural hair. I'm not braiding my scalp to infinity. I'm really trying to preserve it. So again, I am not anti-natural hair. I'm not pro fake hair. I'm just pro protecting my natural hair and pro quick and easy and simple. So that's kind of me. So the last point that I got a lot of questions from a lot of people, I didn't know it was that, you know, prevalent, but I guess it is alopecia. And people coming and saying, I have alopecia, would you suggest this for me? I have traction alopecia, would you suggest this for me? Would this be the style for me? And again, I'm not a stylist, I'm just an enthusiast about crochet hair, so I'm not the expert or the foremost authority on it. But I try to think of it, say I was experiencing some form of traction alopecia, what would I do? Would I fully embrace the crochet hair like I have? I'd say for me, no. And it's simple. Traction alopecia is a lot of times from braiding hair, so it's from, you know, the braids on your hair. So would I suggest braiding your hair down, which you're doing with crochet hair, and then also sticking a needle through and pulling some synthetic hair through it, which you're doing? I think the rubbing of it, it's just a little bit too much manipulation, I would definitely say. I definitely say if you do suffer from alopecia, give your hair a little bit of a break. Now again, I've seen some people do some phenomenal crochet braids on people that do suffer from alopecia. I've seen them do wonderful work on them, and it looks good. I think they find a way, so I commend them for the work that they do. But would I go about it? Then no, I wouldn't. My go-to in that instance would be definitely letting my hair breathe, like give my hair a breather. I know you also want to have the luxury of crochet braids, but if anything, I would go for maybe even wigs over crochet braids, just because of, even if I'm gonna braid my hair down and I have alopecia, I wouldn't want to then also put the tension of putting a crochet needle through my hair on top of that. It just would be a little bit too much. So I definitely say if you're gonna braid your hair down anyway, just go wigs over crochet braids, because it's a dual process that goes into crochet braids. So the final point that I got, or the final question that I got, was on is this a good style for Caucasian hair? Would this be an option for Caucasians? I think the texture of your hair is a little bit too fine for it to last as long as possible. I think with the heaviness of crochet hair, it's not even that heavy, but I think in relation to how fine some Caucasian hair is, it just wouldn't last as long. So I appreciate the thought. I appreciate you coming, but I can't see it working. I think the texture of Afro-American hair just works way better with crochet hair than the texture of just purely that fine hair. It would just become loose a little bit too much. Even, let me show you an example of my hair. I've had this hair in for a little bit, and it's a little bit loose on this side. Like, this is my braid that I'm pulling, but it's been 4 weeks. I'm just imagining, you know, a finer hair, it would probably do that in like 4 days, and your hair would be pretty much done. The weight of this hair would just be a little bit too much. So again, not saying you can't, you might could. I'm just saying I can't see it feasibly working. But again, those are just my opinions. That's video addressing my questions that I've gotten. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. I want to do a frequently asked crochet braids question video, so leave any questions that you have down below, because I want to address them in an upcoming video. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of my good content. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
And I'ma give you everything you need. Bad man here, why I'm said I'm in love with you.